Hey there, it's Izzy. So today I am doing another story time. I don't even remember the last time I did a story time. I've only done one and I'm pretty sure it was my hospital, like, horror story. So here's another one. I actually have a lot, but I just never get around to filming them because, like, other things are easier, and like I was stressed for a little while. And like this is going to be up very late because I'm going out with my friends, and also, sorry the camera is going to be shaking the entire time. I'm sitting on my bed and I don't have like any way to like not shake it, so I did that on purpose. Anyway, so yeah, today I'm going to be telling you the story of the time I had my period for 3 months straight. I know what you're thinking, like, that's a lie, that didn't happen, but like, I swear on my life it happened. You can ask any of my friends, you can ask Mary, like, go comment on her video and be like, Mary, is this true? Like, you know, like, it happened, and I talked about it in some other videos, and that I would make a story time about it, and so here I'm doing, and let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna preface this by like my whole like period like era of life. So I got my period when I was in 6th grade and right off the bat I'd always had like horrible cramps, like bad cramps. Like I would have to stay home from school sometimes because I physically couldn't move because of how bad my cramps were. And this is also not a lie, like this really happened, and it happens for a lot of girls. So anyway, I don't remember when it was. It was either like 9th or 10th grade. I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to fix this. I think it was 10th grade. I was like, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna not deal with this anymore. Like, I'm going on birth control because I like heard in health class this girl like said that she had really bad cramps, and so she went on birth control to control them. So I was like, you know what? I can do this too. Like, let's go. So I had my mom book me an appointment with a gynecologist because I didn't really want to do it with my primary, like my pediatrician, just because I wanted to have like an adult doctor. And also I have some issues with my pediatrician, but we don't have to get into that. Anyway, so I got an appointment, and you know, everything like was going fine. She was asking me like normal questions, and then we finally got to like, okay, so you're here for birth control. Why do you want it? Blah 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 blah. And so I told her everything that was happening, and she put me on birth control. And so this was like going good for a while. I had some weird things, like the name of the brand changed, you know, and like stuff like that, and like the packaging and the way it looked like completely changed, and I thought that was really weird. But yeah, so like the original one, it was going great, like I was barely having cramps, anything. And then when the brand switched, it was about like a year or so later. Yeah, it was about a year later. Things started going downhill. So like I was starting to get cramps again, and I was starting to like in the beginning I would have cramps the week before my period, the week of my period, and the week after my period, and this was starting to happen again. And so I was like, no, like what is going on? So eventually the summer after 11th grade, like right before I was going to Europe, I went back and I was like, hey, this is not really working for me anymore. I'm having bad cramps again, like let's fix this. Like, so she was like, since you're going to Europe, this is probably a good idea to like go on continuous birth control so you don't have your period at all. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'd love to not have a period. Like, that sounds amazing. And if I can do it and there's no side effects and I'm like still gonna be able to have kids in the future, like, yeah, let's do it. So I did that. And then about halfway through my Europe trip, I forgot to take my pills one night. And so these were all of my pills. Like, not just the birth control, like all of my pills. So like, after this, I was like really sick, right? And then I went to Stonehenge. As soon as I left the bus, I could feel it. I got my period again. So at this time, I'd only been on the continuous birth control for a month or two. So like, there's no guarantees. But then, I ended up having my period for 3 months. So anyway, I didn't bring any tampons or anything, or any pads on the trip, because I thought that I wasn't going to be having my period. So it was a big surprise, and I had to ask my friend, and she had some, and I had to use hers, and then eventually I had to like buy some more because it kept going on. I thought like maybe it'll just happen for like a day. Nope, it happened for the rest of the trip, and then for the next 2.5 months. Okay, so like, when I say 3 months, it wasn't like completely continuous. It was continuous for a month and a half, but the month and a half before that, it was every other week. And then it would be like, for like half a month, it was like every other week, and then it would be every like 2 weeks, and then it decided to be for a month and a half straight. And it was like heavy bleeding. Like, I could not use light, I could not use regular, like I had to use super and change it every hour. And it got to this point, and so then finally, I was talking to my therapist about it actually, and she was like, you know what, you need to just go on My Chart and message her. So I did, because I was trying to get an appointment and schedules weren't lining up. My mom was playing phone tag and it was just really bad, so I messaged her, and she like was like, okay, we can go on a different continuous birth control. So that's what I did, and now I don't have my period, and I haven't had my period since. So it's been about 3 months, and I haven't had any breakthrough bleeding, which is very like strange. Like, when you go on continuous birth control, usually you have a little bit of like spotting or whatever. None. I've had none, and it's been amazing because like, I just have like this weight off my shoulders, because like there's so much stress with like work and like school and everything, and just having your period for months straight at a time does not help. So yeah, it's been amazing, and I'm really happy about it. So anyway, moral of the story is, if you are experiencing something like this, like, tell your gynecologist or your doctor or whoever like prescribes your birth control or whatever, because birth control isn't perfect. Like, you have to get a specific one that will work for you. It's not gonna work like the same one, as it doesn't work for everyone, because everyone's different. And so if yours isn't working for you, tell someone. You can get it switched. And like, I switched mine like 3 times. I put it 3 times, and like, I'm good. Like, my 3rd time is like going great, like happy, healthy. Okay, I wouldn't say healthy, but happy most of the time. Anyway, so I hope that you enjoyed the story, hope that it helped someone. But yeah, I just thought like I should finally tell it, because it's been a while since I've done a story time, and I like talking about like the weird things that I've gone through. And so yeah, comment down below if you have any weird period stories or like anything like that. I don't know, just like let me know how you're feeling about this video. Okay, I guess that's it. Subscribe.